Black magic.
You got to know, got to show, it's time to roll. So just tell me what you wanna hear, tell me what you want, so just tell me what you wanna hear.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of RaTG TV. You see it right there on the merch on top of the skull of the Wellandwingnut himself. And joining him is myself, your host, Zeus. How's it going, buddy? How you doing?
Good. We're getting a little taste of toque weather, and then it's going to be ripped away from us this week.
Yeah, it's we're getting some hot weather already. Speaking of already, we're already getting some comments in. Nathan Cochran, before the show even started, said, not going to make the live, but West Wing spinoff with Charlie as a president. Oh, I'd be down with that. I love that show. You know that, Steve. You hear me talk about that one a lot.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls with Rory as the mom and LL as the grandma. Now, didn't they already have a Gilmore Girls? Well, it was a reboot, not a spinoff, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They did. They came back to Netflix, but that was a revival, not a spinoff.
You're right.
And Ron says, "Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah. So as you see there, him giving us some answers there already. You could guess it, especially by that lovely couple right behind my head. That's Joni Loves Chachi, and we are talking today about favorite spinoffs that we want to see. Not spinoffs that have already happened, but spinoffs that we want to see. And it can be from any medium, cartoons, music, movies, whatever. If you want to throw comic books at us, throw it in there too. We don't care. All entertainment is involved here, except for porn. Well, I mean, whatever. We're just not going to show it, okay? Anyway, Jill Hartley, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you're well. What shows would you like to see a spinoff for, Jill? Let us know in the comments, and anybody else that's joining. So the way we do this every week, if you're new to the show, we come in, we get a topic like we do, and then we say it for you. Steve's going to give you his top 5 for that topic. I'll give my top 5. And throughout, as you guys give comments, we'll post them up here for you as well and talk a little bit about your choices. But
we'll shoot proverbial shit, as they say.
Yeah, here's the thing. That's a weird colloquialism, which is a weird word enough to have to say. Why? What is the etymology of that sentence? Or not the etymology? I guess that's not the right word for it. But what's the origin of that phrase? Like, shit is shit. I don't get it, and it sounds messy. Whatever.
I guess because I don't know. Maybe because people talked while they were on the toilet.
Maybe, and you're shooting the shit.
I mean, I'm not a fan of that, but
I mean, talking on the toilet. I mean, sometimes you gotta.
My cousin got me good once. We were doing this job at the Lewiston border, and really nice public washroom there, by the way. We got to use the washroom there instead of the porta-john, so that was a nice change. And sitting in the fucking washroom in the stall, he came in the stall next to me and sitting there. And what he did was he took a picture of his eyeball, and then he fucking stuck the fucking phone under the fucking partition.
That must have
right out.
Yeah.
Creeped me right out.
It creeped you out, or did you love it?
It was funny, but it creeped me out. I always want to do ask someone to pass toilet paper and then have pudding ready.
Yeah, or melted chocolate bar.
Right.
All right, man. So on that note, I don't even know how to transition from that.
Shooting the shit.
Well, it's my own fault, really. I have no one else to blame but me for that one. So as we talk, we got a few things that we do. Oh, here we got some comments. That's funny. Got an eye on you. Yeah, literally. So we're going to talk about those shows. Then Steve has his 5-second movie review he does every week as well. This week, Steve, what's the movie you got?
So this is based on a true story. It was about 3 women in New Mexico who started the biggest coupon scam ever. This thing was they were basically counterfeiting coupons with someone on the inside, and this thing got up to like $40 million in fraud.
Damn. No, have you ever seen the show Good Girls?
I have.
It sounds a lot like that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's what they do, right? Like they and then they move on to counterfeiting.
Right.
Spoiler alert. I'm a couple seasons behind anyways. All right, well, I'm looking forward to that, and it's got a good cast. I like this cast. Vince Vaughn, Kirsten Bell, the guy from the Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of what I remember seeing him in too.
Yeah, but he was up for a lot. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it and seeing what you have to say. Gordon Atkinson says, Rogue Trooper is a science fiction strip in the British comic 2000 AD created by Jerry Finley and Dave Gibbons in 1981. It follows the adventures of a rogue genetic infantryman and a genetically engineered blue-skinned super soldier and his 3 comrades. Search for the traitor general. His comrades are in the form of biochips onto which a GI's entire personality is downloaded at the time of death for later retrieval and named Gunner. I'm so lost right now. I love the information, Gord. What's that in reference to?
And so for Zeus and for the Wellandwingnut, this has been another episode of RaTG. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, went right through it all. Major Dad spinoff. Gerald McRaney as Grandpa. Wow, that's a deep cut. That's going back a ways. I actually didn't mind that one.
Yeah, it was all right.
My grandmother watched that one, and I much preferred that one over Designing Women, which I think Major Dad. No, that wasn't a spinoff from that. Anyways.
Ooh, that just gave me a good idea for one too. A Dauber spinoff from Coach.
Oh, no, I feel like that had a revival for a bit too. But who knows? Who knows? The Coach knows. So we got that. Steve will bring us his 5-second movie review of Queenpins, and then we'll bring you the news, and that'll be the show for this week. But like I said, folks, throw your comments up there. We'll get to them as soon as we can. I do want to send a special shout out to our boy Luke. Here's looking at you, buddy. That's the next Bloomhouse special. Clanny Shark. Blumhouse rules. Clan Shark, the revival. All right, well, let's get into it, buddy. Let's start it off. So you can have all of entertainment there. You've got a good mix of TV and movies. So why don't you start us off?
All right, so I'm not a huge fan of this guy, this actor, but the movies I like him in, I really like him in. He was in Rain Man, which I absolutely loved. A bunch of others that I.
A Few Good Men, Live, Die, Repeat.
Thank you. Tropic Thunder, though, gave me his best character, Les Grossman, as you see him there. I would absolutely love to see this spinoff. I think it would be a real good move for Tom Cruise.
I like that.
So many serious movies. So too many serious movies. Like, who needs another Mission Impossible, man? Give us Les Grossman.
I want to live in a world where we get both. Only because the last few Mission Impossibles have been great. But I'm so on board for a Les Grossman spinoff as well. Just seeing his talent agency. I want to see it, like, put it on HBO Max and make it a weekly series, like Arliss, or something like that, right? But instead of sports, he's dealing with actual, entertainers and stuff.
Yeah, and we could have real life celebrities on.
I feel like there was a type of show like that as well.
Yeah,
it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't think of it. Blumhouse. Okay.
Oh, Blumhouse, yes. Truth or Dare. That was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
Bill Hader and Seth Rogen are a great pair, and I absolutely love these guys in Superbad as the cops. I just think this would be a great buddy cop movie. I don't know if we could get a series out of this. Like, I think we could the Les Grossman thing, but a movie would definitely be pretty funny, I think.
And you got to have some cameos from everybody in that movie.
For sure.
It has to be McLovin. Here's what I do.
Yeah.
They're still beat cops, but McLovin is their fucking captain. Right?
Or they haven't seen him in years, and they just happen to walk into a liquor store, and McLovin's obviously like 40 something now, and he's just like, and just gets the hell out of there.
He's holding them up. He's holding up the liquor store. He's got the mask on. It's the big reveal. McLovin
comes in and just punches the guy.
Love it.
Yeah,
Mick love it.
This next actor, J.B. Smooth, you've seen him in a few things, but my most memorable character of his will definitely be Leon from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Starts as Larry David and his wife take in this family that was displaced from Hurricane Katrina. And Leon, after the rest of the family moves back, Leon just never seems to leave. And he was a great addition to the show. Him and Larry David had some great chemistry, and I'd love to see this spinoff.
And there's another season coming, though, right?
There is another season coming, yes.
They're losing a lot of characters. Like, haven't had a couple people die now? Like, main characters, Super Dave, and then someone else, just Elliot Gould. Well, no, he died a while ago.
Yeah. What's his name, too? Richard. Is he still alive? The comedian? Richard.
From?
I can't think of his name.
Is he on Curb?
Yes.
Oh, Richard, I have no idea.
Moving on.
It was Richard Lewis.
Richard Lewis, thank you.
I think his career, yes. No, he's still alive. His career is dead.
Yes, his career, yes. So that's why Larry David, because they were actual.
Didn't we report that?
I swear. Well, you know what? I mean, he's the last few seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, he looks like death. So.
Well, now I got to check it out here and see if he's still alive. And
now,
he's still with us.
Yeah,
74
like I said, you hit the nail on the coffin. His career is definitely dead, but him and Larry David were actually really like longtime childhood friends. So,
oh, nice, that's good.
Yeah,
I always loved his stand-up. He was one of those guys
Me too. I did like in the late '80s, early '90s. I was always a big Richard Lewis fan. Yeah, me too.
I liked him, and don't hate me, but I actually really liked Dennis Miller as well.
Yeah, Dennis Miller, he was one of those guys I could tell you, he was funny, but I could take him or leave him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he was funny, and then he got way too political.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, he tried to do the conservative version of Bill Maher. I get it. And then
moving on. When Disney bought this franchise, there was, the first spin-off, I thought, when they said they were going to do stories, and I absolutely want a Yoda origin story. But I feel like that's the one they're never going to give us for some reason. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows I'm a big supporter of Solo. I definitely want another sequel to that still. I think it got a bad rap. It was one of the better movies. And there's just so many we could do, like the Stormtroopers from Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I mean, how great of a spin-off would that be? I don't think it would work long term, but so I picked the Wookiee Chewbacca. I want to see the story that gets us up to him and Han meeting, where Chewie's chained up in the pit in Solo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I mean, why not? Give us go to Kashyyyk and show us.
And I want it just in Wookiee.
Yeah.
With English subtitles.
Oh, I'm sure it'll do great.
And my last one, number one, a show that we grew up with, a show that we loved, an actor that we love. And you know what? I think he could pull this off still. I think it would make for a great series and have him own his own bar now. Woody from Cheers. I think this would be a really funny series.
Now, at the end of that series,
with a cameo from
RaTG, at the end of that series, though, wasn't he governor or something like that of Massachusetts? Yeah,
I don't remember how Cheers ended.
Remember, he was like with that really rich girl Kelly at the end.
That's right.
Yeah, I feel like he ran for office, but I'm not too positive. But I'm down. I think Woody's awesome.
Yeah.
Woody's one of my all-time favorites. What I really want more than anything out of Woody is I want 3 more Woody and Wesley movies, and I don't care what they are. Like, just give me more Woody and Wesley.
Yeah, like Wesley's got to need the money.
I mean, I think
He's probably doing all right.
Right.
I'm sure he's doing all right, but I'm sure that stint in prison didn't help.
Kevin Feige this isn't one of my stories for later, but Kevin Feige recently said that he wants to have both Wesley Snipes and Nick Cage show up as kind of legacy characters for the upcoming Blade and Ghost Rider movies. Now, whether they'll be like Nick Cage could play like a past Ghost Rider because that's something that's been going from the history of time, whatever. But there's only one Blade, so I don't know. Maybe he's Blade's dad or whatever. He just has a small cameo in it. They walk by each other. But I think that's cool, and he'll get money for that.
Yeah.
And then if people love it enough, he'll get a spinoff on Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. Well, I like your list. I thought it was a good list, man. Solid list. As people kind of saw there, my list starts off somewhat similar to yours. I went with the movie Tropic Thunder as well, but I wanted to go with Lazarus. Kirk Lazarus. The actor, not the character he's playing in Tropic Thunder. I want Kirk Lazarus, the South African actor who went under, the surgery, and I want it to be like a redemption story for him and how he's, that was really wrong of me, and how he goes overboard where he, now he's doing everything to like he's trying to help the black movement so much that he's actually being offensive the way he does it, if you know what I mean. That's what I need to see. Give me that movie, and I think it'll be great. Night Court Remix TV series. I'm not sure if it has been done. It's not a remake. Yeah, a sequel's or a revival's coming. Yeah. John Larroquette's in it. We showed the picture of it last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Harry's daughter's a judge now, and that's played by Melissa Rauch from Big Bang Theory. She played Bernadette. So yeah, I want to see it. I wonder if she'll do I wonder if she's learned magic,
or if she's going to be a big Mel Torme fan.
Oh my God, there better be. She'll probably say how much she hated Mel Torme, and then yeah. Anyway, so moving on from Tropic Thunder's not Les Grossman, but Kirk Lazarus. Next, here's what I want to see. So we're talking about Disney Plus shows and spinoffs from that. The whole thing that got us going is a story I got later, and that's about the Agatha Harkness getting her own spinoff. I want to see a spinoff with these characters, and they're running their own detective agency. That's Darcy, Jimmy Woo, Luis, and Korg, and they just investigate supernatural stuff or superpower stuff. And yeah, they could. Oh my God, they could be like heroes for hire. But
I think out of all my list included, that the spinoffs that we've presented so far, I think this one probably has the best chance.
Mine, this one right here. Oh
this
yeah,
one, yeah.
Oh for sure.
Disney Plus is just a machine to pump out these shows, right? So
people eat them up and keep buying subscriptions and paying for it, and all the power to them. And honestly, these 4 characters I think are funny characters as well. I mean, right. You can even throw in a Deadpool. Like you can have Ryan Reynolds come do some cameos and shit like that. So yeah, I think it'd be fun. Now, I talk about the show a lot. I haven't talked about it in a while because they haven't even started filming season 3 yet, and it's been almost a year since it's been off. And that's the recently renewed show Warrior, HBO Max. One of my favorite characters on there, a good friend of the show, Rich Ting, played Bolo, and he was supposed to be a takeoff of Bolo Young, Bruce Lee's confidant, one of his best buds, and we all know him from the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Right. But I want to see a Bolo spin-off series all about Bolo's life as a slave and stuff like that, and fighting in the fight pits when he first gets to San Francisco, and then how he and Father June, or yes, how they kind of established San Francisco, and how they made their mark. I think that would be fun. It'd be intense though, which me, I like those shows. And
Yeah, I like it.
Detective Korg, right? Kurt, the shit writes itself. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. So how the Steelers? I missed the game the other week. How the Steelers do against the Bengals there, Kurt? If you could maybe Google the score for me, let me know. That game was in Pittsburgh, right? It was in Pittsburgh. Pretty sure it was in Pittsburgh.
Eugenio Derbez.
Just kidding. I love you, Kurt.
He does love you, but he's not joking. I was all malice. And next, so here's one that, come on, I love this movie. And we could probably get all three of them back for a sequel, but I want a spin-off, almost Disney show, but maybe on somewhere like Hulu or not Netflix, because you guys cancel shit after 2 seasons, so stop it. But give me a Weasel spin-off. Let me see the Weasel in Encino, California. I want him working at the Quickie Stop now, right? And trying to stop other kids from wheezing the juice. Or better yet, trying to teach them all to do that. And he keeps getting fired for being unsanitary.
I think I changed my mind. I think out of all the shows we presented, I think if we present this one to Pauly Shore, this one has the best chance of getting made because Pauly Shore needs to work and he will do anything.
You're not wrong. I follow him on TikTok and other social media, and yeah, he's still Pauly Shore.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like Pauly Shore. I kid. I paid for way too many Pauly Shore movies in the theater.
Right. We all did. I paid for Biodome.
Love Son-in-Law though. Love Son-in-Law. That was a great one.
Biodome was actually pretty good too.
Biodome was great. Yeah.
And In the Army Now, was that what it was called?
In the Army Now. Yeah. That was a good one. Yeah.
We love you, Pauly. Come back, dude. Do some of that stuff again. You're the closest thing we have to Ernest. We're not going to get an Ernest. Pauly Shore in a remake of Ernest Lives. Just saying. Book it. All right, so my number one pick here, and we say this all the time. You ask me this tomorrow, this whole list could be completely different with none of these people on it. But for today, for when I made the list, my number one was Danny Madison, Steve Buscemi. I want to see Steve Buscemi going through the entire list. I want this to be
exactly. I want to see how the list is doing.
I want it to be a Dexter type show, but with humor. I know. I have issues. I'm sorry, but really, that's the movie it's going to be. And he has to play the character the exact way it was in Billy Madison, with that same feel of Billy Madison. But just add the Dexter. Just add Dexter.
I love it. Happy Madison, call us.
We're down. We will be victims. We will be your wish version of Jay and Silent Bob, and you can kill us off. Just saying. Kurt says, "Touche, Steve. You whooped us pretty good. Father Time has mugged Ben. He looks really bad. But what other option do we have? Your other option is." Cut him and let the rookies try to do what they can. Maybe someone surprises you, like what's his name in Washington.
Yeah.
Son-in-law was great. Facebook user must be commenting on the RaTG TV group for some reason. Whenever they comment there, it comes up Facebook user. But hey, how you doing, Facebook user? So that's it. That's our top 5. What do you guys think? Let us know your stuff in the comments and things like that. But that's it for now. So before we move on, and Johnny Loves Chachi is going to stay with us the entire show. We have to pay some bills, and the way we do that is we thank the people. Whoa!
It was Amber.
Wait, why did you say that?
What did she do?
Why did you say that?
What are you watching on?
What is she
What are you
doing?
watching?
Right here.
Yeah, you're watching on RaTG TV.
Oh,
That's
I don't know
why.
what
Watch it on Ryan's page.
It wouldn't
or
work. It
on,
paused. It wouldn't work.
Oh, she's watching it on the group page?
See,
Oh,
it's
you're a
right here,
Facebook
right here.
user.
Okay, so
Hey.
go to All Things Geek.
Anyways, you didn't say my name. You'd be you know Dirtbags. It would be that character from would be hilarious as a spin-off.
Oh,
Hector.
I don't even know who that is. I
Eugenio
didn't know
Dirtbags.
who it was, and I didn't know who you were at first. So I'm like, oh, that person's crazy.
I'll take your word for it. Eugenio Dirtbag.
There you go,
Yeah.
Facebook user. If you want to see your comments show up under your name, go to Ryan's All Things Geek on
Wait,
Facebook.
said your
not the
page can't be
RaTG
found when I
user.
did that, dude. Said your page can't be found. I
Can't
tried.
All right. So, as I was saying, paying our bills, we want to send a big shout out to the folks over at DocNet. Folks, are you looking for a way to save some money at home on your internet bill? Are you paying far too much for those internet bills, but you don't want to sacrifice your internet signal or strength? Give Tony a call over at docnet.ca. Like you see over Steve's shoulder there, DocNet, they will help you out connecting your home to the rest of the world. Yeah, just a real quick one there. I don't know. The internet's good. Look, we're doing this. It's working. Yay. And I'm watching Captain America, the first Avenger, actually in the background right now. Night Court's not working on there anymore. I don't know what's happening. I have to go to the next store right now to watch it. What was that? Did you watch the What If series?
I didn't.
No, okay. It got there's a lot of mixed reviews on that show, around that series. A lot of people were like, well, that's not continuity. Like, but it is a what if about a comic book. It's kind of what they do. Anyways, we'll move on. I'll talk about that another time. I guess why don't we just do what we come here to do and talk about movies? Oh, sorry. Speaking of Steve Buscemi in Con Air, didn't he Galen Green? I think escape how with a show. Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
What if we did a spin-off show of just all Steve Buscemi characters, but only the side characters, nothing where he's a major character in it.
Right.
I like it. I like it a lot. And please tell me how he never played Bruce Banner. I'm just saying. Makes sense. Bruce is supposed to be a puny little dude, nerdy dude, not good-looking Mark Ruffalo or Ed Norton Jr. Anyways, I'm over it. You know what I'm not over? Steve, we have to do some singing because it's time for Steve's 5 second movie review by Steve. Yeah. Anyway. We're both like, no, I'm last. So for your 5 second movie review this time, big thanks, shout out to obviously to Steve McGinnis for the awesome artwork there. That was Steve, right? You were doing the movie Queenpins.
Yeah, like I said, based on true story about 3 women that had the biggest coupon counterfeiting scam in North America. It was over $40 million when they finally got busted. So, yeah, Vince Vaughn, Kristen Bell.
Right on. All right, well, the way we do this is I'm going to put 5 seconds on the board, and in that time, you will give us your review. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
You may begin now.
If you're one of the 83,333 people that actually paid to see this movie, I urge you to write a strongly worded letter to Styx Entertainment and demand a coupon.
That good, huh?
Yeah. They built it as a comedy, and
It's not.
they put Vince Vaughn and the other guy, they paired them up in this movie, and you know they were trying to be funny, but they missed the marks.
Oh wow!
This was just bad writing. They should have just told this as a true story, dramatic with a humorous spin maybe, and not try. The jokes were too forced. The writing was just bad. The story itself, it was interesting enough that it could have made it a decent movie. They really didn't need to try to do this. I
wonder.
disappointed.
See, and the way you're describing it, I like, even though I haven't watched the last couple seasons, but I like that show, Good Girls, because I felt it was a serious show that had comedy beats in it, but they were never forced, like you said.
Right. So this movie it had a $20 million budget. It made $1.04 million at the box office. It came out September 21st, so it's fairly new. Yeah.
It came out September 21st, and it's only made 1.5 million so far.
It's made 1.04 million. Yes.
So far.
So
Not
far.
the opening weekend.
No, so far.
Now, let's be honest though. How much advertising did you see for that movie?
Right.
Why didn't they spend some of that fucking money on promoting the movie?
Yeah.
Promoting all those actors that were in it, right? Because I think I didn't even see anything about that until maybe I think a trailer in a movie, like when it was at the theater.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, what do you give it out of 5?
I gave it just because, like I said, the story itself was interesting enough, even though it failed in many ways. I still gave it a 2.
All right. Is that just for certain acting in there, I guess? Or like you said, the story was interesting?
The story itself, the true elements of the true story, of course, when I watch these true stories, I always want to know, I dive into the real stories, and I want to know exactly what happened to these people and how it all got started. 2 of them ended up making a plea bargain and basically got time served, which I think ended up being like 6 days or something like that. And the other person, I think they got a year's probation as well, the other 2. And then the main person, she pled guilty to fraud charges and all kinds of other things. When you're using the U.S. Postal Service to commit fraud, that's a whole new level of charges because you're using the government to commit fraud. Yeah, it's a federal charge. So she ended up getting a year in prison and I think like 10 years probation or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
they really did want to make an example of them, but because of the way the law was written at the time,
they could take advantage of it.
They didn't really have them where they wanted them, but yeah.
Well, hey, there you go, folks. Watch it if you want, or just go watch the news clippings of it.
Right.
Sounds like you can get just about as much from there as you did. Well, that sucks.
I'm sure some kind of Dateline show did like a little special on it, so yeah, that would probably be just as interesting.
Well, yee to the ha. Let's watch some Dateline. All right. Well, hey, man, that's very cool. Very cool. I don't really have anything else, so let's we'll just do some news. Yeah, do some news. I can't because we don't have any of the news stuff. We're like flying through this show. Last week we went like way long. And this
that's
week,
what happens when we have such a fun guest.
Yeah, for sure. Barry was great. And I mean, we get 2 geeks here talking. It's not like you don't know as much as the comic book stuff, so I can't be like, oh my God, did you see this or did you read it? So yeah.
Well, not to mention, if I did have an opinion, how much longer the show would have went.
Right, fair enough. Well, now we know why Andy Richter never talks.
Right.
Right. That show would have to be like till 5 a.m. Anyways, you start us off every week as you do when it comes to the news, and we try to get the bad news out of the way right away.
Yeah. So most notably, you would have seen this woman in. She played Tom Selleck's mom in 3 Men and a Baby. And she played Paul Reiser's mom in Mad About You. Cynthia Harris was 87 years old, no cause of death.
Yeah. 83 years old?
87.
That's a pretty good life, right? So
yeah.
I mean,
And sticking with people you may have not have seen it much, but if you watched late night, you definitely knew this guy. He was with David Letterman for 22 years as the intro guy. They would do skits together.
yeah,
Him and Alan Coulter. He was just a really, really funny guy. 78 years old, and again, no cause of death at the time. But yeah, I went and watched a whole bunch of old Letterman skits, and man, he was just I love the bits they did together.
nice. Yeah, yeah. I remember watching when it came to late night talk shows. The ones that I liked was Carson, and I was young, but I just remember really liking Carson. And even when I go back and watch the stuff, it's funny to watch. I was never a Leno guy,
No,
but Letterman I liked. Conan was good,
yeah.
and then that was basically it. I don't mind Kimmel either, but I just can't get into Fallon. I mean,
No,
yeah, I'm not sure what it is,
no.
but he gets a lot of great guests and stuff, and they do a lot of good
Oh,
skits on there.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not for me.
Same with James Corden too. I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, that's we. Yeah, same.
I miss what's his name?
Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson. Yeah, I saw Craig Ferguson at Massey Hall. Oh my God.
Mhm.
I probably like nothing against Robin Williams because Robin Williams was definitely by far the funniest stand-up show I've ever seen in my life. But Craig Ferguson, I laughed hard for over an hour, man. Oh yeah.
And he's Scottish, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's Scottish.
I love the Drew Carey show too, so I was already a big fan.
Same. I would love to see, honestly, I'd like to see a setup from him, Drew Carey, and Mimi. Oh, Mimi would have been a great spinoff.
Yeah.
She's not doing nothing. I don't think. Maybe she is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you brought us all the death to start us off, and before the show started, I watched the brand new DC animated film, and anyone who watches DC animated films knows that they are not for kids. And they went after already a very not for kids storyline and doing the Injustice storyline from the video game. I don't know if you've ever played the video game. It's a Mortal Kombat style.
No, I do remember the game, but yeah.
So basically, in that game is what got the original director from Deadpool hired, because he did the opening sequence of the Injustice game, and basically in the game and in the comic books that came from it, and now the movies, the Joker goes to fucking Metropolis, and he basically tricks Superman into thinking he's fighting Doomsday, but instead he's beating and killing Lois and their unborn baby. And Batman tries to hide Joker while he's interrogating him, and Superman flies right to him and puts his fist right through his chest and just becomes a fucking dictator across the world. He's like, listen, it's peace by my strong hand now. And it's such a, like, the video game was fun. The comic books are so incredibly mind-blowing, especially the first two seasons. And then this movie, it's just right up there. I mean, you miss out on a lot because it's only an hour and a half, not even an hour and a half long. So, but they kept a lot from the comics and the games, but also changed a bit like they do in Walking Dead and Invincible. So that, those of us that know it, we still get shocked by some stuff. So I highly, highly recommend anyone who's a geek and loves like the superhero stuff, especially love DC animated, go watch it. For the DC animated movies, one of my favorites. And that's it. But I highly, highly recommend. Sonia, how you doing? Je besoin some vegan cakes. Anyone who's looking for a baker in the Niagara region, go give Sonia a shout. Sonia is pretty awesome and trying to get her baking business up and going. And I mean, she can make it all. She can make your traditional cakes, brownies, whatever. But she can make them keto. She can make them gluten free. She can make them vegan. She can hook you up. So if you're looking for some of that stuff, hit her up. I'm not just saying that because she's a fan of our page.
Cheap.
Exactly. There's your cheap pop. But yeah, so that was my rant about Injustice, or my review, and I like it. But we have some other people that are ranting online about some other shit.
Yeah, no surprise with this one. Jamie Clayton, who you may have seen in Sense8 or The L Word, has been cast as Pinhead in the new upcoming series. Is this the series or the movie?
I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it
There's
up on
like
the page
3
again.
Hellraiser remakes going on right now, all on different networks. Some are movies, some are TV shows. So I
It's like
apologize for
He-Man.
not actually knowing which one this is. But let's go back to Clive Barker and creating the Hellraiser universe. This started as a novella and turned into a comic book. And in the original novella, the Hell Priestess was female. So, I mean, anybody whining and crying about it, maybe you should, if you're that dedicated, you should be whining and crying about Doug Bradley playing Pinhead for all those years.
Well, so I commented that on, and I'm looking for it on our page there. Ryan's All Things Geek on Facebook. We are almost at 100,000 followers, by the way. I think we were just like maybe 70,000 shy, or 7,000 shy. But yeah, so I said that it was a female, like you said in the original novellas. But Ray Martin corrected me and said, kinda, but no, it was intentionally vague and never said for certain. Someone you could look at several times and see something different every time. More like a David Bowie, Annie Lennox, or perhaps Boy George type. Just an example. So androgynous, basically, is what I think he's trying to get across.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Like you said, when it's ambiguous like that, who cares?
Yeah.
People are upset because they just know the movies, and I totally get that. That would probably be some people if they didn't know about Wolverine being short, and if the next movie they get Peter Dinklage to play him.
Yeah, and there's been female Cenobites along the way, anyways. So
right. So there you go. Even I know that with my limited Hellraiser knowledge. Here, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. Living in this world of remakes and revivals, we're getting a revival that I don't think anybody asked for at all. And that is Don Johnson and Cheech Marin coming back with more Nash Bridges. I'm not hating on it at all. I hope it does well. I just want to know who? And cool if you do. But who asked? I mean, did somebody like this was, I mean, Don's got work. Yeah.
Don Johnson asked.
Yeah, probably. I don't want to think that about him. Ever since Melanie, things have just been rough for the guy. Bringing up like 40-year-old fucking shit. But yeah, I mean, did you watch Nash Bridges at all?
I did. I wasn't dedicated. Yeah, I didn't watch loyally every week to week. I haven't seen the whole run, but I did watch it when it was on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen, like, I've seen a couple episodes, but I don't think I've seen enough to know enough about what's going on.
Yeah.
If Hellraiser showed up, the last thing you're going to worry about is their gender. Facts.
Right.
Facts. What's in the box? Oh, that's a different movie, but still, it still works. Yeah.
Oh,
sticking. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's me.
Yeah.
Sticking with spooky. We're getting a rehash, I guess, prequel retelling of the original video games. Actually, we're going back to like 1998. Welcome to Raccoon City. It's about the beginnings of Umbrella Corp. This comes out November 24th, and doesn't star anybody really notable that I know.
Robbie Amell right there is pretty notable.
Okay, I didn't know who that was. So
yeah, that's so his cousin is Stephen Amell. They're both from Toronto. Stephen Amell played Arrow. He's got the new show Heels. Robbie Amell's he was in. So when they made the sequels to the live action Scooby Doo's, he was Fred with dark hair though. he was on The Flash for a while. He's had his own sci-fi shows and stuff like that on CW type shows. So
Well, I apologize.
you should. He's a good Canadian boy. Well, he's from Toronto, so I don't know if he's good. I mean, and he and Steven, I think, both went to a prep school. Just kidding. We love our 1%ers. Speaking of 1%ers, James Bond. James Bond is coming to an end. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to go see it. And the only reason why is because I have yet to hear a negative review. Not only have I not yet to hear a negative review, from everyone I've talked to or seen post, I haven't seen anyone say that this isn't the best Bond movie they've ever seen. And they say they tie up the whole series, and yeah, it gives you the beginning, the middle, and the end for Bond. So, and they say the end. So to me, that's
I've seen 2 of the Daniel Craig ones now. So I think I got one more to go.
Just this one.
So he's only. I thought he was in 4.
I think there's only 2 so far, right? There's the original was Casino Royale, and then Quantum of Solace, and then today's
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die. Or was there Tomorrow Never Dies now?
I swear he was. I thought he was in 4. I could be wrong.
No, I could very well be wrong too.
Shows you what I know. I just watched them like 2 months ago, so I'm way behind.
I'm a huge James Bond fan, honestly. Not just because it was invented from. Oh, there were 4 because I forgot about. Well, this will be the 4th. Spectre.
This will be the 4th, right?
Yeah, Spectre. I always forget about Spectre.
Yes.
The Casino Royale was really good, and then the next 2 I kind of felt were
Yeah, the second one was
And I'm sorry, I get everybody wants to put Dave Bautista and everything. Stop, please. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding, kind of. But just stop giving him stuff that's out of his wheelhouse, please. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. What do I know though? Anyways, so that was it. Speaking of James Bond, seeing as though I didn't even actually say the story, we trailed off there. Idris Elba has taken himself out of the running to be the next Bond. He does, however, say he is not opposed to playing Bond again. But, he says, no, I'm not going to be the next James Bond. But he's not opposed to a person of color being the next James Bond. And he's went on to say how he'd be stoked to see a black James Bond and also to be that one. But as of right now, it's not going to be him. Oh, nice. Which one? The new one? I wonder. I want to go see the new one, though. Anyways, there's also Skyfall and Spectre. Yes. All right. Well, that's it for James Bond. You're good with that, eh? You good with all the killer stuff? All right. Your turn then.
Well, we had an almost confirmation this week.
Okay.
Seeing one.
In Dune 2049. I will check it out. Like I said, as long as he's within his wheelhouse, I think he's okay. Less is more with him, is what I find. Like for real, just dial it back. Anyways, I'm sorry. You're up, buddy.
Yeah, like I said, an almost confirmation this week of a long time standing case, 40 years to be exact, 51 years later since the first letters were delivered. A team of 40 independent former law enforcement investigators seem to have cracked the Zodiac cipher and identified him to be Gary Francis Post. But now they're saying that it's not him. Mean, who knows, right? Like, this is one of those.
And everybody got it wrong, too.
Yeah.
Like everybody. But see, that's the thing, too. I was really happy to see how they got it wrong and everybody was quick to, like, own up to it.
Right.
Everybody retracted it right away.
Yeah. Yeah, 37 known victims, but like you said, his last letters were saying, you know what I mean, he was going to continue to kill, but not in the same fashion. So you'll just never know who I am.
Do we know like that sketch? That's what was that sketch based off of? Like,
I'm
do
not.
we know for a fact that the Zodiac? Like, do we know anything about the Zodiac killer at all? Like
I,
gender? Do we know
Yeah,
if it's a
I've
male?
never really dove too far into the Zodiac one. I mean, I've seen the
Me
movie
neither.
with Robert Downey Jr.
And
and
Jake
Mark
Gyllenhaal.
Ruffalo.
Yeah, and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that was just one of those cases. I think it was because there was so much unknown and so much. I just never really. I was always more into the typical white guy serial killer documentaries.
Yeah, I don't even watch any of them. I'm just like, I'm good. I'll watch the fictional ones like Mickey and Mallory or Carnage.
Those white people love their serial killer documentaries.
He knows his zodiac sign. Yeah, I do not. I do. I'm a Libra. Don't know what that means, but anyways,
I am a Pisces.
yeah.
For
Do you buy
whatever
into
that
any of
is.
that stuff?
No,
Me neither.
but a Chinese zodiac, I am the dragon, so that's cool.
Yeah, I think I'm either. Yeah, I think I'm the rabbit. Like I think I'm a hare, which Bugs Bunny maybe. That's kind of cool,
And ironic.
right? Yo, hey, listen. There's no way to talk about yourself here. You have a delightful personality, and you don't bring anybody down in the room. I wouldn't call you a Cancer at all. Oh, the zodiac signs. Wait, what? Sonia, listen, you are not helping your cause here. He's a Gemini. There's two of them. Hey, sorry. Anyways, that's what happens sometimes here. You know what? We talked earlier about the What If series. I was sad to find, and I know you didn't watch it. You know, Chadwick Boseman
Right.
voiced 4 episodes on there
Right.
and then passed away. Originally, Chadwick Boseman was supposed to get his own What If spin-off series based on his Star-Lord character, which would have been great. Um, the one thing, like a lot of people liked or didn't like What If, but the one thing most people agreed on was they really dug like his excuse me, his version of T'Challa or Star-Lord. So yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Great actor.
So would have been nice to see, but sadly we're not going to get to see that. You know what? But there's some stuff that we've seen in the past that I don't want to be reminded of in the future. And one of the things from the past that I didn't like was a movie called After Earth. And I don't know if I ever want to be reminded of After Earth.
No, Will Smith and Jaden Smith gave us
Jaden, I think.
gave us After Earth, and geez, I've been asking them to take it back ever since.
Right? I want my
But
money back.
not to be confused, Will Smith on Disney Plus is getting his own new series called Welcome to Earth. Admitting in the trailer that he really had not done a lot. He's never climbed a mountain. He's never done a lot of these, things that he's always wanted to do. So he's off to travel the world, and these episodes will bring him everywhere from caves to mountains, an ocean deep dive, and active volcanoes.
So it's a bucket list show, basically. Where? Cool. I mean, I think I would watch that.
Yeah,
That.
I'll probably watch this. Yeah, I love nature documentaries, and I love watching documentaries about the Earth and travel and stuff like that. So yeah, this is right up my alley.
So my son and I, on a kind of unrelated note, my son and I were just kind of perusing Google. I forget for what. Oh, I was trying to show him who Tommy Davidson were. We're talking about the Proud Family. I don't know if you know that show, a cartoon. But you know who Tommy Davidson is?
Yes.
From In Living Color.
Yeah.
So he came out and said that him and Will Smith have beef because he tried to kiss Jada Pinkett Smith. And my son and I both looked at that and we're like, what? And then we're both kind of thinking, didn't Will give her a free pass for like everything? I don't
Yeah.
think you'd be mad if you tried to.
Forever, too.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed a little weird. It was like, all right, Tommy. Clout? Looking for some clout there, I guess. I don't know. Now, do you think with all these revivals and stuff, do you think that's kind of like a form of clout chasing, like trying to recapture, just let's get some more attention our way,
Yeah.
or a little bit of the network just being like, hey, listen, let's go back to what worked before, because we're getting more of that, and I don't know if it's clout chasing or not, but we are getting another sequel to that '70s show, but this will be a direct sequel. And it will star Deborah Jo Rupp and Kurtwood Smith reprising their roles as Red Foreman and Kitty. So, I mean, I watched the show. I kind of fell off when Eric left and Ashton Kutcher left. It was a funny show for the first few seasons, and if they can recapture that, cool.
Yeah.
I hope they do. If they do it, I hope they come back and totally ignore the last couple seasons and make like it was like Dallas, like it was all a dream or some shit, and that Randy guy never existed.
You know, if this goes bad, though, the dumbass that came up with this idea is totally getting fired.
Dumbass.
Speaking of what's old is new again, I watched the new episode of CSI that came out this week with, of course, some old characters from the original coming back, Grissom being one of them. Spoilers, and they wait till the very last scene of the first episode to even give us Grissom. It was like, what? Like,
oh shit! That they pulled the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
They don't give you Luke to the very
but,
end.
I mean, it was CSI. It's I'm gonna have to get used to some of the new characters. Obviously, I was always a big fan of the CSI shows, so I'll give it a chance for a few episodes for sure.
Yeah, I watched the original, the Vegas one.
Yeah,
before they had when it was just CSI.
Right.
But you got another story there, right?
Yeah. Just going off on a tangent there. Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott says that after his next movie, that Gladiator 2 will happen. He's finishing the script right now, and I don't know. Is this too late?
Too late, but how? Like, unless it's a prequel, like.
Yeah.
How?
And you're not getting Russell Crowe back into that physique.
No. That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. That's like me saying I'm going to get into shape next week. And I'm going to go walking. I'm also bringing my chips because I'm realistic. I mean, sure. But
we really need a new laugh track.
No, I like our laugh track.
We need the classic Night Court laugh track.
They were filmed in front of a live studio audience. You hush your whore mouth. So the whole thing that got us off on the tangent, we spoke about it earlier, was Agatha Christie, Agatha Harkness from WandaVision. Catherine Hahn herself is getting her own Disney Plus spinoff based on this hugely popular character from the Disney Plus series, arguably more popular than the main characters on it, and that's what kind of got us off on the whole tangent here. So, I mean, I'm all right with this. I hope Listen, I liked WandaVision. I didn't love WandaVision. I found it took too long to get to the meat of it. I will stand by that. With all those throwback episodes, I felt they could have all done that in one episode instead of trying to. And I get what they were doing. It's a cool idea in thought, but once it plays out, and I don't blame them for that because I probably would have suggested the same thing. But yeah, it was too long, too drawn out. But she was great for it, so I'm anxious to see what she does.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of her. So yeah, this is something I may watch. Yeah.
Yeah. More toking than smoking.
Yeah.
We don't smoke cigarettes.
But sticking with smoke, add a little fire, and you got yourself some dragons.
That you do. Maddie Smith.
Yeah, we got the trailer for the House of Dragons. Now, this is 200 years prior to the story of Game of Thrones that we just got. It features as you see there, the Targaryens.
That's Matt Smith. That's Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor from Doctor
Right,
Who.
right. Yeah. The Time of Dragons, man. I think this is going to be cool.
So you like the trailer? Because it was getting a lot of mixed, but everything gets mixed reviews these
Yeah,
days.
I wasn't. The trailer definitely did not make me go, I need to watch this. I've already decided this is something I'm going to watch. I was a big fan of Game of Thrones, so the Targaryen storyline sounds very cool to me.
Yeah. Huh. Right on. Sweet. So you remember last week we were talking about Denis Villeneuve, the director of Dune and Blade Runner 2049, talking about how Marvel movies were just, copy and paste and very formulaic and templates, just throw them in there. But yet he did Blade Runner and just did Dune. He just said he wants to do James Bond. I don't. Here's a new TikTok trend. Say something. Show me something hypocritical without saying something's hypocritical. I'm just saying. It's
You're not wrong.
the longest franchise. James Bond comes in. James Bond says, Bond. James Bond. James Bond has sex with woman. James Bond talks
Drinks
to
martini, shaken, not stirred.
Exactly. James Bond meets Q. James Bond gets weapons. James Bond uses
Car
gadgets.
chase.
Yes. Insert dialogue. Insert MacGuffin. What's he chasing? Kill off love interest. There you go. Sorry. Anyways, it is what it is. But that sometimes you need to get that stuff off your chest, especially if it's that's a finale. I don't know. I'm trying to make a good segue for your story, and it wasn't working.
Well, not to spoil it, but at the very beginning of Dave Chappelle's new Netflix special, he starts by telling everyone that this will be his last special for a minute. So obviously taking a short break before we'll see Dave in a major special again. He takes that chance to tell everybody that he wants this to be like a bookend to the rest of his specials on Netflix and clear a few things up for some of the controversy that he's had over the last couple of specials. And this one didn't seem to help his rep with the LGBTQ.
See, and I haven't seen it yet because I'm kind of worried. I'm not gonna lie. His last couple shows have been uncomfortable.
Yeah,
his first one was good because remember it was the back-to-back. The first one was good, and then that second one where he's just sitting there smoking cigarettes and then just riffing and bitching and moaning. And I get it, I totally get it, but it was a lot.
Yeah, I like this one. Definitely had a lot of funny bits, a lot of funny moments. Definitely takes time to discuss the trans community, obviously, in particular, who he has taken
liberties with it.
But he tells a really, and I'm sorry, this is going to be a bit of a spoiler, but he takes time to talk about a trans individual that reached out to him, and actually they got to talking, and he found out that she was a stand-up comedian. So he said, well, next time I'm down that way, why don't you come open for me? And so she came and opened and bombed, absolutely bombed, and then ended up sitting in the front row for Dave's show and was like one of those people like talking at Dave, the whole show during his bits. And someone stood up and made a comment and she shut him down and got a huge roar. And after that, it just became this thing. And they were going back and forth, her and Dave, and people loved it. And Dave was like thinking the whole time she was on. The late Paul Mooney was there, and they were just saying like, damn, I thought she said she was funny. And after the show in the green room, he was like, holy fuck, you're funny. Like he's like, he goes, you need some work, and you need some work, and he's like, and I can help you polish that up, and we can, And the trans community got wind of this story, and then becoming, this little friendship that had formed, and really started, as Dave used the term, punching down on her for siding with Dave and being, befriending Dave, and doing the exact same thing that they were blaming Dave for, as punching down on people, as how he describes it. And unfortunately, a week later, after much internet and social media badgering, she killed herself.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. Like, we talk about it all the time, about how left and right, you can't even tell the difference anymore because they get so extreme. Like, didn't we talk about, I don't know if we talked about it on the show or maybe we talked about it personally, about whatever college it was in the States, and they were trying to be progressive and trying to be great for the people of color at their school. So they're like, we're going to make sure that you guys have a place all your own. So just a colored only thing. Like, for trying to fight segregation, you just made a segregated club. Now, it doesn't mean that they have to stay in there only and they can't frequent other clubs. But, I mean, like, it was just... Sometimes we fail to see fucking the actual purpose of what we're trying to do or what they're trying to do. Watching Justice. That's perfect. Superman in that movie. So good. So good. And that's a good segue for my next story. And DC Fandom's coming up next weekend. Oh, so is my birthday, by the way. And for my birthday, we're hopefully going to get our first look at season 4 of Young Justice, which has been named Phantoms. We just found out. Here's the cover art for this new season. Doesn't say when, just says new season streaming soon. So I'm assuming they will let us know the exact date once DC Fandom hits. Again, that's next weekend. And yeah, I can't wait. I love that show. Our buddy Jerome Moore worked on it on the first couple seasons. And yeah, Dusty Abel's still over there, and great storytellers. And yeah, I love this show. I'm so happy it's back. And so is my son.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And then, yeah, do you got anything else?
Yeah, I got a few stories I can rip off here. A petition has been started for scenes of the firemen being killed by Michael Myers in the trailer for the upcoming Halloween Kills has been started. They want these scenes taken out of the movie. It's a horror movie, people. Serial killers, mass murderers, supernatural killers in horror movies do not discriminate.
They kill everybody.
They kill everybody equally. I get it. Firemen are heroes. But so are some of the people trying to save everyone that die in these horror movies. Why aren't you crying for them?
Right. When is Joe Blow? Why aren't... Oh, yeah.
Just cut the whole thing. Lego has a new largest set coming out November 1st. It will be 9,090 pieces and retail for about $629 US.
Star Wars?
The Lego Titanic.
You have to build something that's going to break? People will just pay money for anything. You guys are stupid. No, I'm kidding.
I actually had an idea for a new little little news flash segment that we could do. I even kind of drew up like a mock picture we could use, because every week there seems to be something about GTA. I mean, Grand Theft Auto fans are some of the most toxic fans there are, and they're they've been losing their minds these last couple of months with not even morsels to to digest about the new GTA. I'm not toxic though. I don't go online and bitch about it. I just get mad here. I just get mad here at home.
Avery's like, no, just here. Just here.
Like a couple weeks ago, they actually made it impossible for fans to comment on the YouTube page. They couldn't even type in GTA 6 anymore. So fans had to get creative, and they were typing like GTA 1111111, like and stuff like that. It was, but good news. I know we got the pushback on the next gen Grand Theft Auto, the enhanced version, that's supposed to have all kinds of new stuff. But we're getting a re-release of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas for the current and next gen. These will be revamped, new graphics, new mechanics.
Nice. That's not bad at all.
And Face Off 2 script, they're having trouble selling this thing because network executives are having trouble following the script.
Really? Okay. I mean, sucks for them. I'm just looking up right now too. Did you ever watch that show Psych?
Psych. No, I do remember it.
Yeah, my kid loved that. That was Dooley Hill, and I forget the main character's real name, James something, and Corbin Burnson as the dad. They had they did the show for years. Then they had a couple spin-off movies. Now they have another movie that's coming out, and I'm just seeing that the news trailer was just released because they're going to be having a movie on Peacock now. Peacock now should be named as maybe Phoenix, because every show on there is like a show that had been dead for a while and they're just reviving it. Back from the ashes. It's a show you didn't even want.
Classic trailer guy.
Right. Oh, and a story I forgot to involve as well. So you know that Fox bought WWE SmackDown, the rights to air WWE SmackDown years ago, a few years back now. CBS just got into the game. TNT obviously has AEW, which is the competitors,
right,
and that are actually killing WWE right now. But CBS bought their own wrestling company, and they bought the company Women of Wrestling. And it's not like Glow. It's not Gorgeous Razor. It's actual straight up wrestling. Tessa Blanchard's there. It's going to be, I want to say serious wrestling, but it's wrestling. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they take themselves as serious as WWE. They take themselves as serious as the male wrestlers. There's just no male wrestlers there at all.
It is the sport where men with no pants wrestle for the right to wear a belt.
This is very true. I mean, whatever. Oxymoronic is our favorite thing to do in life, so that's why wrestling's great for us. But yeah, I'm excited. I know a couple of the wrestlers that are going over there, so I wish them luck. It's weird that CBS is going with the all female though, but hey, good for them.
Yeah, good luck to them, and
good luck for sure. And yeah, man, let's see it. And that's my stories.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we got the Zombie Walk coming up next week.
Oh shit, Zombie Walk! Yeah, that's next week. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
you got your costume ready.
Out if you are in the Niagara area watching us right now, or willing to make the trek from a little further, come on down. Bring a non-perishable food item for Hope and Hope Center or Pets Alive Niagara. We're gonna have the Jeepers Creepers truck there. You can come get your picture with that. A couple other surprises will be there, so come out and have some fun, man. We're it this year. We are the only community event.
Yeah. Well, and when it comes to zombie walks, we seem to be the only ones as of late to be still doing it and pulling in big crowds. So we will see though. COVID.
Yeah, we've already collected almost 1,000 pounds of food from our donation bins that we put out around town a few weeks in advance. So thanks to everybody that's helping us out.
Yeah, I think I saw it. Were your bins up at Inspired?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got the food bins out there, and I think that's what it was for too. So That's awesome, man. It's good work, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you've got your outfit ready this year?
Yeah, I'm just I've been working on it. It's actually I painted something up earlier. It's drying in the windowsill right now. So
Nice. Oh man,
yeah,
X
we,
marks
we
the
got we
spot.
got thousands of dollars in prizes to give away for best costume. So yeah, get your craft kits out and you do up something cool and original, and maybe you'll walk home with some gift certificates to a great local restaurant, or
Get a tattoo.
who knows? Yeah.
It'll be fun. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of good times, and it is every year. And like since
And
we're
then
here near
a
it,
couple
I'm
weeks
by.
later, me and you have Fan Fest and Frightmare in the Falls.
Yes, that's
Which is
true.
gonna be fun.
Yeah. So, and now I may have a pretty awesome panel that I might be hosting. So, but I don't want to spoil it yet. But we will talk about that soon as I can confirm it. I will let everybody know. But I'm pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've had some good ones. I've had some really, really good ones, and this one's gonna be right up there with Marcy and Ted McGinley, Marcy and Darcy, Marcy Darcy.
Marcy Darcy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, that's it. So it's gonna be fun. I'm happy they're bringing stuff back, and then people who are bitching about this isn't Comic Con. It's Fan Fest that's coming up here. So this is something they're just doing just to say thanks to the fans, and understanding that with COVID they couldn't go the last couple of years. So
Tickets are cheap.
yeah, man. Stop complaining.
We actually just got a capacity increase. It will go into effect as of Saturday. 100% capacity allowed at all major venues except for gyms and restaurants. Like, why you guys still kicking restaurants, man?
Oh, I know, right? Give it time. It'll get there. It'll get there. Just, I mean, everything else has. So I mean, it's time. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's funny though. I was just thinking about it. I was at a couple restaurants these past couple days, and I feel like they were like I don't feel like I saw anything closed. I was at like a couple of the shoots that I was at. There was two different restaurants, and one for sure didn't have any areas blocked off. Like every table was open for everyone to come in. I mean, there was only one other family in there at the time, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, my daughter who works at a restaurant slash bar in Niagara Falls, which is a major tourist area. She said ever since the vaccine passports went into effect, she said her tips have definitely diminished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'll get better once everybody starts getting the passport, because it's just that shit. Everybody's gonna have to have it, fucking. And then once everybody's got it, that's when they're gonna stop asking for it.
Right.
Really though. Like, okay, you're good. But yeah, it is what it is for now.
So yeah, got some stuff to look forward to.
Lots of good stuff coming. Supergirl's gonna be there. Kim Coates is gonna be there.
Yeah, man. Tig.
Child's Play and 90210 actress Christine Elsey. I don't know. She dated Jason Priestley in real life and on the show.
For those horror fans, Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, CJ Graham, Jason Voorhees. I can't remember her name, but the girl, and I'm excited to meet her. I know a lot of people are probably going to think I'm crazy, but the girl from the original Sleepaway Camp is going to be there. And I am so stoked because I love 80s horror. Horror, yes.
Okay. Yes to both. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up Frightmare so I can see there. But, and I guess the other big news was Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram going down for what, an hour, a couple hours, and people losing
a few hours, yeah.
And Twitter being like, yo, what was it? Hello, absolutely everyone else. Something along those lines. I was like, yeah, these guys are great. Like, so good and smart. Twitter just was biding their time that entire time. But Yeah, man. So we got some stuff coming up. It's gonna be fun. Got some movies coming your way too. Hopefully.
Oh, and I got an idea. So my photo op with Jay and Silent Bob from a few years ago.
Oh, we got that coming too.
Yeah, we're going to see Kevin Smith. So I'm getting that picture put on a T-shirt to wear to that event.
Nice. That's pretty funny. He'll like it. He'll like it for sure. And yeah, that was crazy when they all went down. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even notice though because honestly, I've been on TikTok a lot more just because people don't, at least on my the shit I follow, people don't bitch, and if they do, they're bitching about comic book stuff, and I can handle that a lot more than the political and everything else. So I'm happy. I've honestly considered just shutting down my Facebook for everything except for the page. Just because, you guys aren't fun anymore.
This is why we can't have nice things.
And I'm the nice thing, so I'm humble too. Anyways, yeah. All right, well, that's it. We had a hard time keeping last week's show under 4 hours. And this week we're struggling to get it to an hour and a half, but that's cool. That's some way think of our show like going to the bathroom, going number 2. Sometimes it's in and out, and sometimes you're in there for a long time until your legs get numb.
But it always feels good in the end.
Unless you get splashback. That's always weird.
You better hope you have one of them high techie Japanese toilets.
Oh, yes. I want to get myself one of them for sure.
Yeah, man.
I need a bidet.
Dream. That's the dream right there. I have become Al Bundy.
What, wanting a bidet?
Just a fancy toilet.
Yeah, something.
What was it called? The Kaiser or something?
The Kaiser Soze? The Al on the Kaiser. Oh, wow. Anyways, that's it, folks. Soze. I'm going to go eat. Speaking of which, now you got me hungry. So, yeah, folks.
I can't seem to light this.
It's a pen. Look, it's lit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Works like that. Go support your local, whoever. Support your local restaurants, though. Please do. If they don't have patio, don't get mad at them for that. Just support. Get takeout. Yeah, exactly.
Food's always better at home.
Remember, it's not their fault. Just be kind. Be kind to them. Be kind to each other. I'm lost. What's going on the show? Because the movie playing, but have a question. Or did you know fact? Wait, what?
Are you fucking with us?
Do you think he's fucking with us? Ron. Okay, let me try to translate. I speak a little Ron. I've been brushing up on it. A remake of Christine by Blumhouse. What's going on the show? Because the movie playing, but have a question, or did you know the fact that they're making a remake of Christine by Blumhouse? Yes, I think we did talk about that. But I think it was just they were talking about it. There was nothing significant yet. I'm still trying to decipher the first comment though, up until the last part.
Well, hey, let's get that crack team of code breakers from the Zodiac guys.
They're showing that we can trust them. Good job, fellas. Good, and maybe ladies.
Who Vikings got this week?
Let's find out. I am not sure. Who do you guys got while I check?
Packers.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that. Well, I saw you post the Paul. Yeah, fuck those guys. I hate to say this, I'm nervous about this game. And I don't think I've ever said this in my life. We got the Lions. But we're Minnesota. We're Minnesota this year. It's just not fair.
Minnesota Miracle.
I just want something. Just give me one Super Bowl. But I don't want to die.
Denver, eh? Jeez. What?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they look good in a couple games.
Denver? Yeah, man. Got that strong defense. Lindsey's solid running back. I think he got hurt last game, though.
I'm definitely skeptical. I don't know if it's going to last. The Bengals are 3-1 right now, but we have moved up from 30 to 18 in the power rankings.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you guys are what, 3-2?
3-1.
3-1? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, about to be 3-2.
No sacks in 2 games on my boy Joe.
Well, right though, after him being like the next big thing and him taking that horrific injury in what was it, a 6th game? Not even
7th or 8th game, yeah.
Yeah, that's all he went after in the offseason was the left side. Did you guys get a left tackle and a guard?
We actually just started our he was a 3rd round pick, Jackson Carmen. We just started him last week. And yeah, Joe said he felt really comfortable, didn't feel any pressure from that side the whole game. So
nice. Who'd you guys have last week?
What's that?
Who'd you play last week?
Last week they played
Stoner.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know.
Had Packers last week. It didn't go well. No, it didn't.
Once we win, it's out of my radar.
Right. Raiders win. I hope so. I like the Raiders. I'm not gonna lie. But I just like Derek Carr, honestly. But he gets hurt a lot. Bridgewater is out. Well, that's good for you. But yeah, no. We'll see what happens. The season is very early, but sadly, I think it's already done for the Vikes. Like we're 1.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough when you don't even make it to the third of the way of the season. I know that feeling, man. The last few years,
yeah,
4 or 5 games in, you're like, fuck, we're out of it.
I mean, at this point, I'm just like, play for last. Play for last. Let's play for a quarterback.
We couldn't seem to fucking do last year. I guess it didn't really matter because we took fucking Jamar Chase anyways, which is who they wanted, but whatever.
And fucking Trevor Lawrence. I mean, and he's good, but that.
Oh, that's who we played.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's who we played.
Yeah. You guys had a shootout, basically.
Yeah, we were down 14-0 at half.
Yeah. But then that offensive line fucking just died on Jacksonville like they do every game. And Lawrence is just running for his life every single game. So Urban Meyer's not long for this NFL world. Like that was another story last week, right? Because they caught him at a strip bar or something like that. Yeah. Which I don't understand what the problem is with that. Like he was getting a lap dance or something. Was he just getting a lap dance?
I don't know, but it's a legal establishment.
Like I don't know the full story, but I think he just was getting a lap dance. And I'm like, I don't know. You know me, I don't go to the strippers because my mom ran a strip bar my entire life. So I also have nothing against strip bars. It's just not for me. But I, like you, I mean, I don't think that that's something that someone should be chastised for. Hi guys, just finished work. What was the topic today? Today's topic was name us a spinoff that you would like to see from a TV show or a movie. So take a character that you like and give them a spinoff. I guess before we go, because we're trying to burn time as it is. Regular bar grinding on some girl. Yes. Here, I'll give you Steve and mine's real quick. So Steve had Les Grossman. He wants to see a spinoff from that, from Tom Cruise's epic role in Tropic Thunder. Also, you went with Seth Green and Bill Hader from Superman.
Also, Seth Rogen.
Who did I say?
Green.
Oh, well, whatever.
Same guy.
Same guy. JB Smoove. You wanted to see his character Leon get a spinoff from Curb Your Enthusiasm. And of course, Chewie.
Got to get my wars in there.
And then Woody. Woody was his number one from Cheers. I was with Steve on Tropic Thunder. I wanted to see Kirk Lazarus come back and get his own spinoff. Just him trying to find his way again. And then everything he tries to do to right his wrong for his blackface in the movie ends up going horribly worse. And he looks even more racist. Yeah, it's great. Then I said I wanted to see a spinoff with these characters based on a detective agency where they try to investigate, super powered shit. And that's, of course, Darcy, Jimmy Woo, Luis, and Korg from the MCU. And I want to see a Bolo. I want to see an origin story for him from the epic show Warrior on HBO Max. I want to see a Weasel. I want to see what's going on with the Weasel. Give me a Weasel movie. Let's see what's going on with him. Is he squeezing the juice? And then last from Billy Madison, I want to see Danny. Give me Danny back. I want to see him go become a hitman in a Dexter-style comedy where he plays himself, Billy Madison Feel.
It'd be cool if it was based around the list and he was down to the last 3 names or something, right?
Yes. Oh, and how he gets to the last name. So that's the season finale, gets to the last name. And that person dies of natural causes because it's been so long. And now he has to go on each season trying to fulfill that appetite, that void that he didn't get.
People that he runs into just in everyday life that piss him off or isn't worthy enough to kill them.
Yeah. And then if it doesn't work, it's it wasn't good enough. On to the next. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with us either. You asked, Will. You asked, buddy. He says Toy Story, how Andy got wood. Oh, Woody. I'm sorry.
Time.
Whoa, that was another story.
Time.
Yeah. Walking Dead, the Negan story.
Yeah.
They've showed us a bit of the origin, or was that just in the comic book? That one shot that came afterwards.
Yeah, we got a dive into his past in the comics. So yeah, I'd be down with that. I like me some Jeffrey D. Morgan as Negan.
Yeah, down. Yeah, like it. So that's it. And then we went into the news and stuff, and that was basically it. Steve's 5-second movie review was the movie with the girls and the stuff, Queenpins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loved it. He gave it a rave review. Steve, what'd you get it? A 2 out of 5?
2. Yeah, I gave it a 2.
Oops. And then as we showed, some people died. So that was our show. And thanks to you, we were able to drag it out to at least an hour and a half long. Thanks, buddy. And Joni loves Chachi, just saying. Oh, before we go, what are some I know we'll end up doing this as a show later, but can we do this right now before we leave? What are some of your favorite spin-offs? From TV shows? For me, it's the first one that always comes to mind. That and Laverne and Shirley, but not because I like Laverne and Shirley. That's just first spin-off I think of.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked what was it called now? With Urkel.
Full House or Family Matters?
Family Matters, yes.
Was that a spinoff?
That was a spinoff of Harriet's. It was a weak spinoff, but she was in Perfect Strangers.
Oh.
She played the same character, the mom.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh. And they did that before too with 227 and Amen, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not, but I think so. I think they at least had a crossover of some sort. I'm surprised you didn't go with. You haven't said them all, but I would assume number one on your list is Somebody Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. That would definitely be up there. Yeah, big fan of that show. Big fan of Bob Odenkirk in general. Just one of those guys for me that everything he does is just turns to gold.
Fair enough.
So, hope he's doing okay, and I know he's just recently gotten back to set, and so yeah.
Good. Hope he's well. Hope he stays well. He's a movie star. He will. He's in a hit show. They'll keep him alive. Oh, And speaking of hit shows, we talked about a couple weeks ago how Archer was renewed again for season 13 after it was supposed to be done after 10 seasons. Mallory Archer, oh my God, I always forget her name, who just passed away, Judith.
Right.
They gave her a beautiful send off this week at the end of Archer. And I don't know if it was something that was pre recorded or if they pieced it together or if she knew she was going to pass and they recorded it. But it was basically her just saying and they didn't kill her character off. She just left. She's like, I'm leaving. The agency's yours now. I'm going to go search for my white whale, basically, in life. And I was like, oh man, that's decent, man. I'm happy they did that, and however they got it done, that was fucking cool. Kind of like
it's nice to have that closure, especially when it's hard, and they pass suddenly like that.
Yeah, you're not expecting it in the middle of filming and stuff, especially in cartoons. I don't know how that works, because it's not your typical. You got to wait on animation, or do they do the audio first and then film in the animation? But yeah, either way, that's gonna do it though. It's been a fun show. Hope everybody enjoyed. We will see you next Saturday, I do believe. If not, we'll let you know. But I hope you guys,
maybe we'll come to you live from the zombie walk too.
I like it. To those of you that are celebrating with your family, I hope you all have a happy holiday this weekend and enjoy the time with your family. You probably haven't seen them in a long time because of COVID, so don't talk about COVID or politics. Talk about your family. You haven't seen them in fucking forever.
To our friends south of us in the States, happy Indigenous People Day.
Yeah, because they changed it. It's no longer Columbus Day, right? Right on. Nice, good for them. So yeah, shout out to them and shout out to everybody else. I hope you all have a great week. Be safe, be healthy, be happy. Lots of love from the Wellandwingnut and your boy Zeus. Peace out.